"What do you think that fish is?" Sam asked Astrid. She peered closely at the alleged fish. "I think that's an example of pesce inedibilis," she said. "Yeah?" Sam made a face. "Do you think it's okay to eat?" Astrid sighed theatrically. "Pesce inedibilis? Inedible? Joke, duh. Try to keep up, Sam. I made that really easy for you." Sam smiled. "You know, a real genius would have known I wouldn't get it. Ergo, you are not a real genius." "Ha! That's right, I threw down an ergo." She gave him a pitying look. "That's very impressive, Sam, especially from a boy who has 22 different uses for the word dude." Sam stopped, took her arm, and spun her toward him. He pulled her close. "Dude," he whispered in her ear. "Okay, 23. Astrid amended. She pushed him away. "I have shopping to do. Do you want to eat, or do you want to... dude?" "Dude. Always." She looked at him critically. "Are you going to tell me why you were covered with mud this morning?" "I tripped and fell. When I saw the girl, Jill, in the dark, I tripped over my own feet." Not exactly a lie. Part of the truth. And he would tell her all of the truth just as soon as he'd had a chance to sort it out. It had been a weird, disturbing night. He needed time to think and work out a plan. It was always better to go to the council with a plan worked out. That way they could just say okay and let him get on with it. The mall had been set up on the playground of the school. That way, the younger kids could come and play on the equipment while older kids shopped, or gossiped, or checked each other out. Sam found himself looking a bit more carefully at the faces. He didn't really expect to see Brittany walking around here. That was crazy. There had to be some other explanation. But just the same, he kept his eyes peeled. What he would do if he did actually see a dead girl walking around was something he'd have to think about. As strange as life in the FAYZ could be, that was still one problem he hadn't had to face. In no particular order, the mall consisted of Quinn's Supreme Seafood, the produce stand named Gifts of the Worm, a bookstall identified as the Cracked Spine, the fly-covered stall of Meats of Mystery, Totally Solar, where two enterprising kids had scrounged a half-dozen solar panels and would use them to charge batteries, the Sucks Exchange, where toys and clothing and miscellaneous junk were bartered and sold. A wood-fired barbecue grill had been set up a little apart. You could take your fish or meat or vegetables there and have them cooked for a small charge. Once grilled over the coals, pretty much everything, venison, raccoon, pigeon, rat, coyote, tasted the same, smoky and burned. But none of the stoves or microwaves worked anymore, and there was no more cooking oil, certainly no more butter. So even the kids who chose to cook their own food ended up duplicating the same experience. The only alternative was boiling, and the two girls who ran the place kept a big pot simmering. But everyone agreed that grilled rat was far superior to boiled. The restaurant changed names every few days. It had already been Smoky Sue's, Perdido I Can't Believe It's Not Pizza Kitchen, Eat and Erp, In and Get Out, Smoky Tom's, and La Grande Barbecue. Today, the sign read WTF, and in smaller letters, What the Food?